Doing. And so right now the blue and white is so popular, the blue willow china. And I looked up on the internet just to get some information on the blue and white and the blue willow. And if you ever have time, just got killing some time, it's some very interesting facts about that on there and how it all relates to, you know, we all hear about the blue plate special. It's got to do with these blue willow dishes.
Right.
It's also called blue collar china because it was a particular type of china that the average household could afford. And so that's why we see so much of it. It was widely put out there to the public when all the first westerns started, because all those pioneers always had those dishes. If you watch old westerns, which we have to watch them all the time because that's what my husband watches, that's always what they have, is those blue and white dishes, because they were using that venue to try to get out their dishes. So it's a lot of interesting facts on there. And of course, it goes back for thousands of years when they actually used that blue oxide dye to make those dishes back in China, way back during the Ming Dynasty, in the 1600s. So with the blue and white dishes have been around for thousands of years. I believe if the earth lasts, it will be another thousands of years that they'll still be here. So you can't ever go wrong with them because they're always going to be classic and always going to be able to use them at any time. So I have my mother's blue and white dishes. So and this is actually what I'm going to be setting my table at home this year. So I'm going to use my mother's blue and white dishes. I have to have a charger. I can't find navy blue chargers. You just can't find them. So again, I got my spray paint. These were gold, and I spray painted them to make me some blue chargers. Okay, and then I got my dishes. And then I have my dishes. And then I love to put a tray. I love to decorate the trays because trays tend to give you a guideline or a border. Don't go outside this border. It's like fencing you in so that you don't have your stuff just scattered everywhere and just willy-nilly. It kind of gives you something to pull everything together and gives you a base to work off of. So Kim's going to die, but she has this tray too. And I had painted it an aqua blue at one time because that's what the color I needed. And she's like, I can't believe you painted that. Well, today I've painted it navy because that's what I needed. So I painted my tray, and I'm just going to set that in the middle of my table. Isn't that pretty? Just like that. That's pretty. But so I got to have something to go in the middle. Well, I got candlesticks. We have these in the store, and these beautiful candles. We've got them in blues and greens and cream. So I'm going to set my candlesticks on my table. Do it like this. Okay. And again, on that same thing with the eggs, we have these blue and white eggs. Aren't they pretty? They're like they've marbled blue and white eggs. I'm going to put my base up with those. And the white hydrangea. No, that's the wrong one. The other one. I'm going to leave that one just a second though. I'm just going to put my white hydrangea in there. Isn't that pretty? You like that? And I would do more eggs than that, but for time today, we're just going to put that in. Done. Okay, and then I also have a lot of vases, blue and white vases I've collected through the years. Let's give her just a minute to get back. She handed me my vase. The blue and white, Kim. Okay, so I have a vase, and I might put that in the center, and that's pretty just like that. But you know, we tend to think we have to have a floral arrangement. So the white hydrangeas. And so I just took the top off my vase, and I'm just going to drop those those flowers in there.
That's nice.
And then if I wanted to, just to dress it for Easter, I could add a little rabbit on my tray. Or I could add a little bird. I could add little birds on my table. Okay. I have the little bird, the rabbit on the rockin' rabbit. A rockin' rabbit. I could add my little rabbit on there. Isn't he pretty? Just like that. I mean, that's fine, just like it is. Simple and just fine, just like that. Okay?
You done with this?
Mm-hmm. And these.
I gotta carry your mama's dishes now.
Carry my mama's dishes. Guard them with your life. I actually use them. I've been lucky. Haven't had any broken over the years. Because I do actually use them. Okay, so maybe blue and white's not your thing. You just want to do something else, something different. We're going to bring back this white setting. Just our white again. Again, I spray painted my chargers. Paint them white. Because I think, you know, you gotta have a charger, so I want to do all white, white, white. We're going to pretend that other one's over here because we've already set it over there. So we're just going to do this one for now. We'll put it right here. I'm just going to do this one. Okay. Some quick and easy arrangements that literally take less than 5 minutes. This is just a little glass dish. We have these little carrots in our store. They come 3. I've cut one off, but they come 3 like this. And I just surrounded my little vase with my carrots. And then I'm just going to drop some tulips in there. Isn't that cute? I'm sticking that one in there. Isn't that cute? It doesn't have to be tulips, just any kind of a little, I could even put one of those little ferns in here that I had a while ago. I could put hydrangeas, anything that should drop down in there. And this. And I'd probably stick some of this in there. Again, these, we got plenty of these up there for your little arrangement today. We've gotten in some new dough bowls. Y'all know I love dough bowls. So I've got my dough bowl, and this works just the same as the tray, keeping everything contained in this middle. I do need this set of dishes back for just a minute, then we can put them back. So I'm gonna set my dough bowl in the middle of my table. I've got some rabbits, aren't they cute? I guess they're playing leapfrog or something and it's just got stuck. So I'm gonna add those in there. Okay. Okay, and then when Joanne and I were doing this vine thing around here, we had this big chunk left. And I said, inspiration again, I said, ooh, that looks like a bird nest. So I set that bird nest in the middle of my dough bowl, and it kind of keeps that mess contained because it would get all over the table otherwise. And then I just add my eggs in there. Grass. And I can just, okay. And I know you're having trouble seeing because you're sitting down. That's why we're going to put it all in the back so when we get done you can see, but can you see that? This is just like a bird nest. Isn't that cute? And if I wanted to, I could take maybe some of these. I could add in a couple of little flower pots in there. Just to give it. And I kind of want them just to kind of be laid in there so that it looks like I just kind of set them up in there. Just by adding that little bit. And that's the thing to do, ladies, is just play with it. Just take stuff and just play with it, put it on there. If it don't look good, take it off. And just kind of build and just don't be afraid to try. Because you can always redo it if it doesn't work out. If you see today, every bit of this takes literally less than 5 minutes. I've also got some bird nest here that I could use in my table like this. And again, just putting some grass in there, some eggs, or maybe some birds, and then decorate, the table. You have to take it off to eat. That'd be fine too. Okay. Put that up, and then this. This inside. And what I've showed you today has mostly been, a lot of fun, but we can go more dressy if we want to. Making a mess on my mama's tablecloth. Over here, Kim, it's going to be the gold and white dishes. Over here. Maybe it might be a little dressier because maybe it's our Easter brunch. So I got some gold chargers I'm just going to lay on the table. Our cotton color dishes are back over on the other side of the store, and those are 20% off today. And they're really, really nice dishes. And this was just a little plate that we had. It almost makes me think of a deviled egg plate. Yeah. The way it goes around like that. Yeah. And we've got these little dishes. Can you see that little gold rabbit in there? Yeah. Is that not cute? We've got those over there. This is the little coffee cup. And this is a little egg bowl, a little soup bowl. Today we're going to use it for a little egg bowl. Okay, and that just kind of gives us a more elegant look. So this is actually a bowl that we have over there too. And I just stuck a flower arrangement in it. And because I didn't want to use this bowl permanently, I'm going to tell you a little trick of the trade. I put duct tape in the bottom of it. And then I took my styro that I put my flowers in and glued that to the duct tape so that when I get ready to take this apart, I can just pop it out. I believe it doesn't fall. Anyway, and then can you see in there the duct tape? Mm-hmm. And you just take that off your duct tape and then you got your gold. So I just set that over in there. And then I've got my arrangement. This, I'm going to tell you, hydrangeas are the easiest flower to use to make arrangements. Because all you have to do is you've got your hydrangea, you just put it in there. There's no really certain way for it to go. Just put them in there, and then you start filling it in with some greenery and some filler flower. And this is from little fern that I had, and then I use these little bitty filler flowers. I love these little things. And I just stuck them in there. And it's not supposed to look like it's been arranged, artfully arranged. It's supposed to be like you just kind of dropped it all in there, picked it up out of your garden this morning and dropped it in there. So I've got my flower arrangement. Now if you wanted to have just a really fun Easter, you could do that. I do have some, add some more color to our table. We're going to use some placemats. Get some color on our table. Okay. I've got some napkins here. Y'all seen these? Well, I bought me some of these. And I'm going to put them on my plates. And all you do is wrap that around your plate. It goes on the back of your plate like this.
So cute.
And then you set that down, and it can work on any plate because it's just going to go on the back of that plate. Just like you would put it on your child's head. And then for my napkin rings, I took some little bunny tails and glued them on, and that's my napkin ring. Okay, a little bunny tail. And I didn't do it on these chairs today, but you could use those bunny tails on a piece of ribbon and tie around your chair to make a chair tie on the backs of your chairs, and put this in the center of your chair tie to do that. But anyway, that just makes it fun. And then when your guests come, you tell them that if they want to eat, they have to take their ears off and wear them. And then if you wanted to, you could go back and add, you can always go back and add your little rabbits in just to make it fun. To make it, put a little extra on the table. Okay? I would also probably fill this full of little malted eggs.